boys and girls, with lesson 90.1, we are going to be working with word problems. All right? One thing you have to remember when you are doing word problems, you always need to have a question there. Some of you forgot that when you did your test this last time. You need to put a question in. You don't give us the answer, you ask a question. All right, so anyhow, here's the word problem I made up. Let's read it. Susie received money for her birthday. On Monday, she spent $3.75 for a book. On Tuesday, she went to the movie, which cost $6.75. At the end of the week, she had $2 left over. How much money did she get for her birthday? Okay, now we've done different kinds of word problems before. You always have to use logical thinking, don't you? You have to stop, you have to think about each part of the question, each part of the problem. We've done drawing tables, we've done pictures, we've done acting it out. This time they want us to work backwards. We don't know how much money she received for her birthday. Maybe Grandma gave her $100, maybe Dad gave her $10. We don't know. But we need to stop and think. We're going to be working backwards to find out how much money she started with. So, Brennan, what is the very first thing we need to do in a word problem? Very good. You need to figure out what the question is. What are they asking us? So, Brennan, what are they asking? Right. How much money did she get for her birthday? Okay, that's what we're trying to figure out. Then we need to find the most important information. There's a lot of extraneous information in this problem. What are some of the important things we need to know? Kane. Yeah, that she spent $3.50. Okay, on Monday. Do we need to know it was for a book? No. Do we need to know that it was on Monday? No. Because we're just trying to figure out how much money she got altogether. Okay? Maylee, what's something else we need to have as extraneous information? Something we need to bracket. Yes, $6.75. That is important too, because we're trying to figure out the total amount of money she had. And Jet, I see you have your hand raised. Yes, we also need to have that $2. Okay, so we're trying to figure out all of that we bracketed is the important information. The rest is extraneous information. We don't need to know that. It just makes the story problem interesting. So now what are we going to do? James, what do you think? Very good. We need to take those three number amounts and we need to add them. So we put our $sign at the top. James, do we need to put $sign for the rest? No, we just need it at the top. So we take each of those dollar amounts. So $3.50, $6.75, and then finally our $2. Making sure our decimal points are lined up. Plus sign, okay? And I always like to bring my $sign down right away so that I remember it. Okay, so then we need to start. Always starting on the right-hand side, and we start in the pennies because we might need to change some of those pennies into dimes. In this case, we're not going to have to, are we? Okay, but 0 plus 5 plus 0 is 5, and then 5 plus 7 is 12. Oh, we need to change that, so we put the 2 here, carry my little 1 over here, or if you want, you can put it on top. 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1. So 3 plus 6 is 9. Like I said before, I like to make it into a 10, so I'm going to add that 1 in there. So that's 10. And then 10 plus 2 is 12. Now, did she get $1,225 for her birthday? No, she did not. We need to put our decimal point in there. So she got $12.25 for her birthday. So you have a couple of problems to do like that. Pretty easy. Just figure out what's the question, what is the information that's most important, and then work it out in a problem. So in lesson 90.1, you are also learning about division. Now, Who remembers what the answer is called in a division problem? Very good, Alex. The answer is called the quotient, okay? So when we are writing division problems, there are 3 ways we can write them. All right, so Micah, what is one way? Right, with the division box. We can say 10 divided by 5 equals, and then we put the quotient up here. Or we can do it with a division bar, like a fraction. So we say 5 pieces out of 10. Or we can write it with the division sign. 10 divided by 5. All right? So those are the 3 ways that we can write division problems. And then the quotient would be written up here, or we would write equals and we'd write it here, and equals and write it there. Okay? When we are talking about a division problem, it's the opposite of multiplication. So just like subtraction is the opposite of addition, division is the opposite of multiplication. So if we had 5 times 2, okay, we know that equals 10 because we count by 5s, 5, 10. We're doing the opposite and we're saying 10 divided by 5 equals 2. So 5 in the group and we get 2 groups. So if I had 10 x's here, and I'm going to put 5 in each group, I would end up with 2 groups. Okay? So we had 4 times 5, or 4 groups of 5, and that equals 4 groups. So I have 4 groups here, and there's 5 in each group, 5, 10, 15, 20. And if you're practicing your multiplication flashcards, this should be easy. Okay, so then division is the backwards. So we're saying 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So if I had 20 pieces of candy, and I wanted to divide them out into groups of 5. See how many friends I can share with. I want everybody, all my friends, to have 5 pieces of candy. So I would circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's one friend I could have, give candy to. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 2 friends I can give candy to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, now I have 3 friends I can give candy to. And I have 4 friends I could give candy to. So if I had 20 pieces of candy and I wanted to divide that into groups of 5, that would be the 4. Okay, so you're going to be working on multiplication and division, because division is the opposite. Another way you can do it with 5s is by thinking about the clock. Our clock is divided into every number is a group of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So if we said, what is 5 times 3? So if there was a times 5 in here, 5 times 3 is 15, because we know it's 5, 10, 15 minutes. So you can work backwards, just like our working backwards on the word problem sheet. You could pretend at the middle of the clock said, divide it by 5. Okay, so you're going to divide this by 5. And if you had, say, 45, so that's how many outside minutes we're talking about, divided by 5, oh, that's going to equal 9. Or if we said 30, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30's down here. So 30 divided by 5 is 6. Okay, so the clock can help you to do your 5s. That's a kind of a quick way to think about it. You could look at a clock, think about a clock in your head, and try to figure it out that way. You are also doing 2s and 7s. So when you're on the 7s, you can think about a calendar because there's 7 days in 1 week, and then you can divide it. Well, if it said, 14 divided by 7, how many weeks would that be? Well, you already know 1 week is 7. Oh, but 7 times 2 is the 14, so it'd be 14 divided by 2 equals 14 divided by 7 equals the quotient of 2. Okay, you're also going to be doing divided by 2s. So if you have 16 divided by 2, okay, think in your head, if you had 16 pieces of candy and you're doing 2 groups, 2 in each group, okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you want to see, this time instead of giving your friends 5 pieces of candy, you're going to want to spread it out a little more. So you're going to give them each 2 pieces of candy. So you put in groups of 2. How many groups did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I made 8 groups. The quotient in this problem, 16 divided by 2 equals 8. All right, so boys and girls, you need to just kind of keep practicing. The more you work with it, the easier it will get. So keep working hard. Lesson 90.2 is your written test for math. Take your time. Some of you are rushing through it, I think. So take your time and do a nice job. One final thought here, boys and girls, for this week. I know the weather's getting nice. I know you want to be outside. I know that you kind of getting sick of doing homework, but school's not over yet. You need to keep working hard. Listen to your subs or your parents. Get your work done. Be good students. Show that greatness that God created you to be. Boys and girls, I miss you so much. I love you. I hope that you're having a good school at home right now, but just keep working hard. Always do your best, no matter what it is. If it's just a little drawing, or if it's a big test like when you get in college, you need to always try your best, always work hard. Boys and girls, have a good week. All right, God bless.